What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. Let's jump into it. Okay, we got a doozy. We got a show for you, okay? Look at this. Sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, maybe these people are trying their best. And then I don't. Because then I see stuff like this and I'm like, this is no one's best. This tattoos that shouldn't be made. I couldn't make it as a doctor, so I never tried. Some people will never make it as a tattooer, and they should never try. I'm sorry. The music on this one cracks me up extra. I can't play it for copyright reasons, but it's that song like the beautiful things or something like that, talking about the beautiful things in life, and this is not one of them. I'm sorry. Tattooing's a permanent thing. I'm sorry. If you're that bad at it, you got to get cut down every once in a while. Ooh, rough. On to the next. Okay. Wow. This is gnarly. This is so gnarly, okay? Dude, I cannot imagine getting my lip tattooed. I also can't imagine that tattooer who has to sniff in this dude's breath the whole time. But, hey, part of the job, just blacking out a face, dude. That's wild. I can't even imagine it, I've tattooed a lot of body parts. Pretty much every body part you could think of, at least close to a lot. I've never tattooed a lip. I have no idea what it would be like to tattoo a lip. It's fucking nuts, dude. I wanted to skip to this part because this is what it actually looks like. That's it done, dude. That is the same guy getting his face blacked out. To me, I fucking like it. I like it. It looks tough. It looks Polynesian. It looks like, more than likely. I'm not familiar with this type of blacking out the face with tribal. I don't know if it's a common thing. Got no clue. What I do know is it looks tough as shit. Dude, so gnarly. You know what's funny? My favorite part is right here. That sun and fish, bruh, I like it. If that was the only thing this dude had was that sun and the fish in like the bald spot of his head, I'd be like, that's cool. I like it. I love that, dude. I actually want that fish. It's a little tune. I like tuna. I like fishing for tuna. Yeah, I want that on my face, dude. Super cool. Just some of the more interesting, like I said, there's a lot of tribal. I know, I can see it, I can identify it. I am not that familiar with this type of tattooing. I don't know if this is kind of mix of Polynesian tribal with modern day takes of blackouts. I have no idea. But what I do know is it looks right. It worked out. Just gnarly. It's funny how I care. You see a Moko or some fucking New Zealand face tattoos on people and you're like, that looks right. It looks fucking cool. And then you see some dork ass kid with a bunch of face tattoos and you're like, fuck this kid, dude. And it's funny how the historical context, there's a reason for these face tattoos. It just makes it look that much cooler. It just does. Again, I don't know if this is something that is really common to South Pacific or not, but it looks cool. On to the next. Okay, this guy is speaking Portuguese, probably Brazilian. We're gonna ignore it because I don't understand Brazilian. Portuguese, I should say. Let's see this tattoo. Wow, that is a blowout. In case you don't know, you want a crescent moon for me? It's not gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. I am not gonna do a perfect crescent moon on you. You know why? Because it doesn't exist. It's an impossibility. It's a zero thing. Recently, I posted a video of a perfect circle, a girl who hand pokes perfect circles, and I posted it on my Instagram, and the amount of fucking jabroni tattooers who commented, I can do a perfect circle, and then I'd look at their tattoos and was like, no, you fucking can't. It was astonishing. Those people are dorks. They suck at doing perfect circles because everyone sucks at doing perfect circles, except for that one girl I posted. Let me see if I can find the clip of it. There, that's the perfect circle. Anything else, anyone else, they suck at it. And I'm one of those people. But yeah, look at this crescent moon, dude. Blown out. That tip looks hammered in there. And then what do we see? It starts oozing out black ink because they blew out that tip. I'm blown away. How much of that is ink and how much of that is blood? I don't really know. No one really knows. But there is some ink there. There has to be some percentage of that, just straight black ink because they did the crescent moon. Then they went back and they just hammered in that tip. Just bashed it in over and over again because that looks crazy, dude. Gnarly, 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 and ugly, and bad, and scary. On to the next. Okay, so, you know, this tattoo, very bad, very bad, but I'm not sure. It looks ugly at this current phase because it's in the middle of the healing process, but it actually might be healing normally according to this person's body. I don't know. Things like this are kind of hard for me to tell because sometimes I see it and I'm like, ooh, that looks fucked. That looks so messed up. But honestly, that's how some things heal on other people. You know, especially darker people, putting a bunch of color in, which is never a great idea. Sometimes that's how it heals. That's how it goes. And I know in the comments, some tat expert is gonna correct me and they're gonna be like, that's a red reaction. You don't know that. And actually, I for sure don't know that. And that looks more just like a bunch of scabbing tats. You'll see a red reaction that's very similar to this, but the tattoo has to be completely healed for like us to know that it's a red reaction. It'll just kind of look bubbly and won't be scabby anymore. It'll just be bubbly and gross. And I'm not quite sure if that's what we're seeing here. I don't think it is. This just looks like a tattoo that's having a very rough heal and it looks alarming, but that's probably like a combination of like a rough healing tattoo, and that's how tattoos heal on this person. We'll see. I don't know. That one's rough though. It's ugly to look at. That's for sure. That's the only thing I know. Makes a good TikTok though, you know? Okay, what do we got? Oh, fucking dumbass backpack. Okay, let's get in on it. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so there's a few things. I want to right off the bat, if a tattooer signs a tattoo, I don't like it. I don't respect it. I think it's weird. It's one thing to sign a piece of paint, like a painting, a piece of art, whatever. That's fine, obviously. That's normal. Sometimes I don't like that either. But a tattoo, I don't know. No, I don't like it. I hate it, actually. It's gross, it's weird. It's weird to me that a human being will go their whole life with someone else's name. When a person signs a tattoo, it gives me the ick. You know, I'm like, bro, no one should go their whole life with another person's name tattooed on them that's like just the tattooer. It's just gross to me. It's gross. I had another person's name tattooed on me. I blacked that shit out because it bummed me out. I was like, ew, gross. I don't need that person on my body forever. Fuck no. There's two human beings I would consider getting their name tattooed. One, my old lady. Love of my life. She's the best. I would get her name tattooed on me whenever, anywhere. You could do it right here, and I don't give a shit. And my dog. She is the other human being I would let get her name tattooed on me. So my old lady and my dog. And honestly, it's not even both dogs. I have two dogs. One I like more than the other. Her, I would get tattooed on me. The other one, maybe I'd get Tiny Boy. Maybe. I don't know. But Vida, the love of my life in dog form, totally would get her name. This backpack. Sorry, getting lost in the name tattoo thing. I hate it. I think you guys can, you know, I don't understand it. You know, I hope they're all happy with it because it technically looks like a backpack. I knew it was. The black band going across this dude's fucking thing. You're like, why? Why have that? But then like the nipple tattoo, this just seems like a goofball kid doing goofball tats, you know? This backpack, you know, it's what the client wanted, I hope. On to the next. Okay, let's see this. What am I looking at? So yeah, tat shops were different in the 90s, obviously. They were slightly different, more aggressive, you know? I got a little bit of it. Obviously, I was born in the 90s. I wasn't in tat shops before 2008, but you know, even by the time I got there, they were a little bit different than the 90s, but also not as soft as today, which I think is kind of the point of this clip, right? And then, you know, it's a hard tattoo. We're putting it in all gnarly like, and then we see 2024 and there's the rise of the private studio. There's a couple thoughts. One, I got no problem with private studios. That's my first thought. And then also my second thought is that sometimes they're kind of lame. They're really lame a lot of times. They might be fitted for the perfect client, and then like if that's you, to me, I think like, especially the way that this one's displayed with like the ferns and the softness, and it's like, well, it's just kind of boring, you know? But hey, it's not made for me. These like really soft studio things, they're not made for me, you know? I'm not the guy who's supposed to be getting tattooed at them. I am curious though, because there are things in tattooing that I think should continue. Like, you know, there's certain things that should continue on, and I think it kind of gets lost in this new wave of private studios and these types of things, but what do I know? What do I know about it? I just know that they're kind of meh. You know what it is? I got nothing wrong with like college students who become tattooers. It's cool, it's fine. It's great. Like kids who get degrees and then end up being tattooers or have like this artistic background, but it doesn't feel like tattooing to me, you know? And I feel like that's what this private studios is, like, you know, fancy artists who charge artist prices. And I'm like, that don't feel like it to me. I don't know, not tattooing. I like the rawness, I like the goofiness of the older generation, but whatever. On to the next. Okay. I hate lettering. I will hate lettering until the day I die. I will, at some point in my life, say that I never want to do a lettering tattoo ever again, and I will commit to it. I'm close. I think it's happening next Thursday, but it's not today, you know? And this is a very beautiful tattoo. I don't care if it's lettering or not lettering, it just looks amazing. So beautiful, so strong, and the fact that someone's drawing it on is absolutely fucking insane to me. Like crazy, just beautiful. Let's see it. Like right before they get to it, oh my God, drawn on, rock solid, and then the tattooed beautifully. This is Dalia Vico, one of the greats. The fact that that's drawn on, crazy. The fact that it looks so clean and so solid, insane. Just great tattooing. This is like next level type of shit, okay? You don't see it every day. If I saw this in person, I'd be like, what the fuck? That's amazing. Crazy. Dalia Vico. My bro, killing it. Okay, let's look at this. Just clowning around in the tat shop. Oh, so we have that like classic clown makeup as a tattoo. Do I hate it? No. Do I like it? Absolutely not. Face tattoos, guys. I just do not understand it. I just will not understand 19, 20, 25, 30-year-olds getting their face tattooed. Don't care. I don't care if you're an adult. I don't care. I just don't get it. Wild and out. But hey, there are cool face tattoos. I like a lot of them on young kids. But sometimes I'm like, this clown makeup tat comes with a Monster Energy drink for sure. It's like part of the package. You get a clown tat, get your skeleton hand, you get a Monster Energy drink, you know? Okay, it's cool, it's cool. This placement always looks funny to me. Like over and under the eye, I feel like you can never really get it dialed in properly. Like when they open their eye, it always like looks different because like you draw it on with like the eye closed and then they open the eye and it almost like changes a little bit. I think that's what happens a lot of times because they do end up looking off. I just think it's a really hard one to pull off. You know, whatever, it's not my eye. Yeah, thank God. Next, No Thug for Tattoo. Just elegant, beautiful. Now we get to see some clown makeup on actual tattoos. I like it in tattoo form. I just don't like it when you put it on your own face. And that looks super cool. I love Chicano type tattooing. Like when it's got some like black and gray, realistic drawing type of stuff, I just get down, dude. Look at that. How can you say anything about that tattoo? Flawless. The inside got a little choppy, which is pretty normal, especially on a big guy's inner thigh, but the outside looks perfect. Oh my God. He's like, it hurts. Like, yeah, for sure. That's got to hurt. Like that whole leg getting tattooed relatively quickly, that's wild, but beautiful. For la familia way. Very nice. Interesting, cool, beautiful. On to the next. Okay. Dude, we got some water. We got some waves. In case you don't know, waves are super hard to pull off. If you could pull off really well and do a whole sleeve of them, you're the man. This is Horimi Tats. Dude, look at the lightning bolts, all solid and red, black and gray, smooth as fuck. Great tattooing. When I was a young tatter, like maybe a year in, someone came in asking me to do a full sleeve of just waves, and that was the only time anyone ever done it. I was 1 year in, I was like, fuck no, I cannot pull that off, obviously, because I was smart enough back then to be like, that is an awful idea for me at the time to do. But now I wish someone would come in. I would still probably struggle with it, but you know what? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I like it. Super bitchin'. Beautiful. Horimi tat. Next. Okay, that's cool. I hope this guy likes it. I'm feeling pretty doggy today, you know? Like I'm feeling like hating on shit. You know, I don't like it. I don't like it. The angle of the shovel versus the rest of the tat doesn't make any fucking sense, but hey, you know, who am I? The making sense police? No. Yeah, I don't like it. Do you like it? If you love this tattoo, leave it in the comments. Tell me that you want the cat arm tat. Next.
Hey, so if you've got anything negative to say about me.
Okay, first, let's start with the negative things to say about him. The whiskers, dude. The whiskers I absolutely hate. I cannot believe I'm looking at. I get it, dude. People get face tattoos, they get attention. That's just it. That's just it. Like, especially, I don't know, 5 years ago, that was especially true. Like, you think about Post Malone, and obviously Post Malone makes great music. Would his career have gone differently without the face tattoos? I don't know. We will never know. Like, is he more successful because of the face tattoos? I think so. I think so. And that was especially true back then. I do not think that that's true now. Post Malone would have been successful either way. That is undeniable. But there's fucking whiskers on your goddamn face, dude. Okay, so people are saying negative things about him, obviously, because he looks like he does heron.
On my vibe, man, then let me show you my paintings, because I'm actually pretty good at painting, so maybe that will make you feel love for me or something like that, something different than outright hate. But yeah, check out my paintings.
I actually like his paintings. Good for him. It's an interesting take on weird stuff. I like weird stuff. I'm so lenient when it comes to art. Like, do whatever the fuck you want. I think art's great. Make whatever kind of weird shit you want. When it comes to tattoos, I'm very strict, obviously. You guys know that. You know who I am. I'm like, no, fuck that, that's a bad tattoo. And then there's good tattoos. His face tattoos, trash. His art, great. I like it. Good for this guy. Mr. Eshuya. Eshuya. Yeah, good for him. I like the Star of David right in the center of the forehead. I have to say I like that. You know, this seems true to me. When there's something you want to represent and you do that really boldly, really gnarly, like, you know, he's probably Jewish or he converted to Judaism and he just fucking put it right in the center of his forehead. I like it. I respect it. I can get down with that. The rest is crap. Like the cat whispers, bro, no thank you. Look at this pig-nosed Jesus, dude. Speaking of Jews, everyone's favorite Jew, you know? This is a pig-nosed Jesus, though. That looks awful. That looks awful. Let's see if this person pulls off the fixing of the pig-nosed Jesus. Is this a cop Jesus? Who knows? A bacon Jesus? Let's see it. Very nice. Very nice. This is Segundo Tattoo. He brought this Jesus back to life. The version of that Jesus where he looks up gets fucked up so often because it is a very difficult thing to like pull off a nose like slightly up where you're kind of looking into it. Not an easy thing to pull off. Segundo, you fixed this tattoo. And in case you're wondering why parts are dark and why parts are light, that's just simply because he didn't need to go back into it. Like the hair was fine enough, it was gonna be okay. And then the rest of the tattoo that's all black that he really needed to fix will all fade into the tattoo that is already there. Great job, Segundo Tattoo. Absolutely flawless job bringing this tattoo back to life. Good for you. Okay, and that's it. Today we are talking about a tatter who is absolutely crushing it. Her name is Crystal Medina, also goes by Chologoth_tattoos at Hideaway Tattoo in San Diego. Okay, let's talk about her tattoos. Beautifully executed mermaid, okay? Just phenomenal. And that placement on the side of the hip is absolute trash. I hate that placement. It's so hard to tattoo, and she pulled this off. Miss Crystal Medina. Cholo Goth. Look at this. A little play on an old traditional tattoo. Absolutely phenomenal. Her girl body compositions are rock solid, and that is super obvious when you see this tattoo. Clean as fuck. San Diego, dude. Coming out with some hitters. Look at that rabbit, dude. That rabbit, perfect. Just perfect. There's nothing really to say. There's nothing to add. It's just a flawless tattoo in a style that I don't like normally. Obviously, she crushes it. 2 spiders, banging, just banging. Nothing else to say. Some of you guys know, I lived in San Diego for a long time. I love San Diego. Tattooers there are fucking phenomenal. And she stands out because these tattoos are solid. They have a style that is unique to her and just phenomenal type of tattooing. Look at that Sacred Heart. And the sternum, impossible to pull off. If you're ever in San Diego, go to Cholo God. She's one of the greatest. And Hideaway Tattoo. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in a few days.